See, the next example I'm going to explain here, list of employee beans. List of employee beans I'm writing. So first of all, as usual, one bean class. And the second one, directly here it is, we are writing one main test class. As usual, application context for configuration is a pom.xml. All these are same. Right here it is, now we are using array list concept, right? So preparing one by one, same story. Either it is a constructor injection or it is a setter injection. Anything we can use. Either it is constructor injection or setter injection. First of all, what we need to prepare? See, we need to prepare the employee bean. We need to prepare employee bean. Let me take the project, Maven project. Maven project, changing. Here it is just com.example and followed by that list of employee beans. Spring. Simply I'm doing that spring. List of employee beans. The name also same. The description, list of employee bean objects using spring. Simple. We are writing. Just finish it. It will create the project automatically. First of all, the necessary things, form.xml file is the same that we are using as it is. Form.xml file, list of employee beans in a sprint. From other one, I'm just collecting this. As it is the same dependencies first. We are adding the dependencies because it will not change anyway. Automatically that Maven dependencies will come. That is. Next one here it is first in a main. I'm creating one class. It's a bean class. Giving the package name is a com.example. Com.example, it's an employee. See, so what I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain like this. List of beans. In collections, we already discussed. Array list of objects we discussed, na? It's the same story. Here it is. This is one object which contains the information, suppose employee ID, employee name, and employee salary. Employee ID, employee name, and employee salary. So these types, suppose 3, we are taking like this. And all we are storing into that list. Now the same application, how can we do with a Spring? It's a list. Of course, any name you can give. List of objects with values. How can we do this? First of all, we need to prepare this employee bean with ID, name, and salary. The same thing we are doing. Here it is a private int ID, private string name, private double salary. That's all. Just generate the getters and setters. Because we are going with the setter injection, just go to the source and generate getters and setters. Select all and generate. All setters and getters are generated for this bean. Yes, bean is ready. Bean is ready. Next, directly, I'm writing the main app. In main only we are doing. Easy way. In a main. First one, how can we configure? In main, in main, we are creating that XML file. That XML file name, as usual, I'm using application context. Application context XML file. Just finish it. Finish it. Let me copy same XML remaining representation from other XML file. Beans. Now once it is ready, now here it is, we are adding that beans. See now how many objects we need to create. Here how many objects are there? For example, 3 objects are there. Just consider 3 objects are there. Three beans we need to configure here. Not a single bean. Not a single bean. 3 beans we need to create here. Remember the point. Okay. Right. Now in this one, how can we do? Noise. Now creating the bean like this. Bean. What is the ID? ID is a employee1 or E1 object. What is the class? com.example.employee. com.example.employee bean. This is the first bean. Here it is a directly we are not closing. Reason is what? We need to set some properties. 3 properties are there now. Property name equal to ID. Property value equals to 1, 2, 3. Is the first property. Property name equals to employee name. Property value equals to suppose Amar. Property name equals to salary. Property value equals to some value. We are providing like this. The first bean is ready. In the same way, total 3 beans we are creating. 3 objects I want to create. Is a first bean, is a second bean, and is a third bean. Second bean name I am providing E2. Third bean name identity I am providing E3. Only then the values I am changing 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 like this. And here it is the names also changing and some values also changing. Values also changing. Here it is. Suppose. So total 3 bean objects are ready. For what? For this employee bean. For this employee bean. Just com.xml I'm closing, which is not required. 3 beans are ready. Now I'm taking the main class. In com.example package, I'm creating the main app. That is a test app I'm taking. Test app. Here it is the same story. First of all, we need to create object for application context. Application context. Context is equal to new class path XML. Class path XML application context. And what we need to provide? Application context.xml file. You know that. What is the file we are adding? The same file we need to specify. The same file we need to specify. That is class path XML application context. We need to get the bean. But here the thing is what? We don't want these beans. we are creating, this is a very important one. What is the next bean I am going to create? That is array list bean. That is array list bean. Bean ID, suppose ID, EMP list, employee list. Sir, what is the class? Which class, sir? This is not our class. Is not our class. What is this class? Array list class. Array list is belongs to which package? Util package. Array list. This one. And here it is belongs to setter. Setter injection or constructor injection. In array list, directly you can create that as a constructor injection simply. So we are specifying that constructor arg like this, because we are constructing array list directly by passing the list. What is that list? You need to specify clearly like this. List, constructor argument, constructor injection, list. What you are passing? I am passing all beans only. Reference bean is equal to E1. Reference bean is equal to E2. What all the three beans we are creating? Reference bean is equals to E3. This is the way we are creating. This is the way. Here, the second bean we are creating for array list. So that is ID. For this bean, we are passing the three bean objects E1, E2, E3 as a list. This is the way we are providing. Now we are accessing this bean from the main employee list bean. So here it is in the main. What we are doing, context dot get bean of employee list we are providing. Sir, what it is giving? A list. Array list na? List of employees it is giving. We just collect as a list. Of course, here it is a downcast is required into that list. And we need to import that list also. Import that list. Here it is providing like this. Add type argument to list. Automatically will be added. Employee type. Employee type. That is. With the help of the bean, we are getting the data. Sir, after that simply you can access. How can we access? Suppose using for each loop I am writing, passing the list, you will get each employee object, and that each employee object you are printing using getter. E dot get ID, just comma separator. E dot get name, just comma separator. E dot get salary. Get salary. That's all. Simple. Getting that information and we are accessing. When you are executing this code, look at this. The list of employees are coming. List of employees are coming. That's it. This is the simple way. First, you need to define the employee bean. And in application context, first create the three simple beans, which is very, very easy, that you know already. But what we need to learn today, you have to create the new bean called employee list bean for array list class. This is predefined class. We didn't define this. At the time of calling the constructor, you are passing that as a constructor argument. List you are passing. List of beans you are passing. The three beans what you have created here. You are passing here. Now from the main, we are accessing this employee list bean. Employee list bean we are accessing, and using the for each loop, we are displaying all the details with the help of getter methods. This is the simple way of working with the list of employee beans. Please practice. I'll share the video also. You can leave now.